TWM Podcast. Yo, what's up, white people? I still can't believe that this show is mine for the foreseeable. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome to Raw Talk, part of the TWM network of podcasts. One a day for most days. Honestly, just we're covering every kind of wrestling that you could possibly imagine. We got interviews, we got reviews. We're in the middle of a bit of a boom period, so we decided to expand the amount of audio content that can, I'm sorry to borrow a phrase from my previous podcast, but that can come in your ears. You can catch us on most places that you find podcasts. I usually say 3 that are important. I'm going to say them. Spotify, you can find us. YouTube, you can find us. Acast, you can find us. Yeah, I usually go with Podbean, but you know what? I'm going to give him a shout out anyway. I'm Joseph Kingsley-Nyinah. I'm your voice of the main roster, and I am joined here today once again with that flip reverse. I am joined by Matthew Ian Della. Hello.
You full named me as well. You gave me the full name, not the stage name of Matty. You gave me the full. Don't want to say government name. Well, it is technically, but you know what I mean. I'm very, very sorry, but if I'm going by Joseph Kingsley-Nyinah, I feel like there needs to be a 3-name thing running all the way through. Fair enough. Yeah. This is a bit of a. It's been a journey to record this podcast today because I wasn't meant to be on it. I was literally, I would like to say, doing important things for TWM, but I did most of them yesterday. So I'm not going to lie, I was in bed eating pasta, watching The New Day on Smosh, on the Smosh YouTube channel. It's really funny. They do a try not to laugh challenge. Xavier Woods and Kofi are ridiculously funny on it. And then I get a text from Joe saying everything that could possibly go wrong, because Joe is a very capable presenter / recorder / broadcaster, and he was having one of those days. So I had to jump out of my pastory pit, which sounds weird in a way, and come and talk about Raw. Because luckily, I did watch Raw and didn't fast forward through half of it like I did last week.
Raw starch, pure starch.
Yes,
no bolognese, just starch.
It was a weird dinner. I don't know why. I fancied it. I looked in the cupboard, I looked in the fridge, saw I had a pork chop. I was like, oh, I'm gonna whack that in the pan, seasoned, of course, Joe.
Thank you.
And then I saw some pasta. I was like, can I have pork chop and pasta? And then I found some, I think Lidl bolognese sauce. I went, you know what? It's a Tuesday. Tuesday's kind of the most meh day when it comes to making food, because it's just there. So I had pasta sauce and pasta with a pork chop. It was lovely. I was pretty much half ready to fall asleep, even though I've got to cover NWA later on tonight. At the time of recording, this will come out. If you're listening to this on the Tuesday, I will be talking about NWA later on. I'm rambling. Let's talk about Raw, because some fun stuff happened. Also, Lana occurred.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, let's jump straight into it. Raw. I have titled this segment, the top story. I guess that's why they call it the Blues. Any idea why, Matty?
I'm assuming you're talking about the invasion from SmackDown, although that could also be construed as the general depression everyone had when Lana picked up a microphone. Either or.
You are 100% right. It is about the invasion with SmackDown, because while it's had pop, the moment that they introduced SmackDown into the mix, my enjoyment drastic went down.
My highlight for the entire thing, Joe, was the fact that all of them wore the SmackDown branded shirts, and Dolph Ziggler, because he's a rebel, wore the Fox side on the front because he's cool, and it made me hate him, I think, 23% more than I already do.
That is What is 23% of 200? Oh no, that's a really easy question.
Yeah,
it's 46%. You hate him at 246%.
This is true.
Incredible. Right. Let's run through all of the invasion stuff pretty much chronologically, because I can't come up with a top story, and if they thread a story through successfully, that's what I do. They did. Becky speaks for all of us when she says she doesn't give a fuck about brand supremacy.
Oh, none of us do. I do. For the first time ever, I agreed with Corey Graves this week. I've not listened to Beyond the Bell this week. I've got a lot of podcasts to catch up on. It's almost as if I'm just really, really busy all the time. But I did see a clip of him talking about how they need to have some sort of prize at the end of the brand supremacy. Otherwise, it means dick all. And I agree.
Or you could just get rid of it. You know what? Like Survivor Series 2013, was it?
Yeah.
Sting return? Or was it 2012? Sting return at Sting debut at Mania 14.
Ironically, it was the peak of Dolph Ziggler.
13. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. How great was that match? Out of nowhere.
It's lazy booking. It is. It's lazy booking.
Because there was story.
What they do, well, no, not that. I'm talking about what they do now. Because basically what they can do is post insert Saudi Arabian pay-per-view here. They can go, well, we got to do all these big marquee matches for Crown Jewel or Blood Money or Questionable Morals 2020. And they can just go, well, don't worry, we've got a month off, so we can literally just, go into file, go onto documents, go into Survivor Series, and just Qatar C, Qatar V, the 2019 one, and all they had to do was just add in a yellow font for NXT. It took them 5 minutes.
And I honestly don't think NXT were originally going to be in it if it wasn't for a plane delay.
No, it wasn't. And they backdoored themselves into, in all fairness, quite an entertaining storyline. But I do agree with the whole point that Becky said, which is no one gives a toss about brand supremacy. It means nothing.
No one cares.
At least bragging rights, they got a cup back in the day that Teddy Long celebrated with.
They are player.
God rest his soul, even though he's not even dead.
No. All right. His booking practices are. Anyway.
Hey. Going one-on-one with The Undertaker will never go out of style.
My goodness, did you see Reese's booking idea? It's incredible.
What, the Teddy Long Classic? It was glorious, yeah.
So good. So good.
Follow him. What do we do at the end? Follow him at Reese Teddy. He's the Don, the Donniest of Dons.
I'm actually going to retract that because today he said he likes Lawler. He literally just said he likes Lawler. Yeah.
Everyone's fallible at one point or another.
Boy. Becky calls out Becky and Shayna, saying that she's there right then and gets the Iconics instead. I'd say it's a minor upgrade, at least when it comes to promo work.
True.
Speaking of upgrades on promo work, Samoa Joe's on commentary while Dio sells his injury.
Yeah, when I heard that it was going to be Lawler and the child, Vic Joseph, that's the one. I was like, oh, well, they've already written Dio off TV then. They must not like him, even though he's been the best commentator out of the three on the show. And then we get two tremendous things. One, Joe being on commentary. Two, the amazing thing of Peyton Royce singing along to Samoa Joe's theme, which was the best thing ever.
Oh, so good. It's so good.
They just it's a fact. One, if you didn't clock this, one, she does the Raw thing. Did you clock that she does the like oos hand signal as well? The brother. She does the phone ring for the UK, but she does like the Mahalo sign with her hand as well. Yeah. And I'm like, God, like I said this with Total Divas last week, that Sonya Deville and Carmella are angels that everyone should try and protect. I'm adding the Iconics into that because they're just the best, and they are dealt such a crappy hand post losing the tag belts, and they smash it out the park any chance they get to be on screen.
You see that? Do you see Peyton's tweet today?
No, mate. No, probably not.
Like one of the horsewomen has is given her some sort of slam, and it's she's gotten a screenshot of her mid slam, and she's captioned it. Maybe if I flip this over, it might look like I'm slamming her.
Oh, the thing with Shayna. Yeah, no, I did see that. That was funny. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. That made me laugh.
Gifts. Anyway, let's move on. Becky and Charlotte go over the Iconics very, very quickly. Before no quarter jumps them. I refuse to call Shayna and her
punching bags
cohort the horsewomen until there are 4 of them. There are not 4 of them. We all know who the 4th member is. The 4th member may or may not ever be coming back. They are missing a quarter. No quarter is a really good name for them, considering that.
I'll just call them Shayna Bebop and Rocksteady. They're pretty much the same thing, so...
Fine. Yeah, no, sorry, whatever you want to call us, Shayna, and I'll call jump them. And then they run away. Becky, Falcon punches a red shirt. So far, this invasion angle on this Raw has been so good.
Yeah, that was a great punch from Becky. I did enjoy that. It was a lovely punch.
My favourite thing is that low-key, the red shirt looked like he'd already been punched in the face. And
maybe it fixed his face. he gets up, he's like, wow, I don't know why I'm doing loads of fractions today, or percentages, I should say. He's 10% more handsome than he was when he hit the deck.
It's like, wow, my face is a little bit more symmetrical. Thank you, Becky Lynch. You truly are the man. Oh, by the way, happy International Man's Day to the only man that matters.
Yes, I was. Yeah, no. Everyone go to Richard Herring's Twitter, by the way, as well, and donate, because he makes everyone that tweets. He sits when it's International Women's Day. Richard Herring, a brilliant comedian, sits on Twitter and tweets every single person that says when it's International Man's Day and tells them the day and gives them a link to his GoFundMe to fund. And it's for calm, and it's a really, really funny thing. I think he's raised $100,000 over the last 3 years, just correcting people. It is glorious. I'm on a tangent. I said I wasn't prepared for this, so prepared for a lot of random tangents.
Fine, it's fine. I'm enjoying this. The shoe is on the other foot for once. And
yes,
you're still the one who has to edit it, so I don't care.
Don't worry, I've got my editing brain on. I'll be stopping and starting every single time, so I haven't got to edit as much. Behind the curtain, there, people.
Right, next thing. Andrade challenges Seth for his leadership spot on Team Raw, even, which reeks of Zelina's planning, because doesn't strike me as something Andrade would even care about. Well,
Andrade's main aim at the moment is just is if Zelina's not there, he gets distracted by something shiny. So, pretty much it. It's basically, at this point, Zelina, we realise, is Andrade's carer, because he just has no focus when Zelina's there. Like, he doesn't even know his character alignment when Zelina's there. He suddenly turns face and starts shaking hands with Seth Rollins.
It's just like, I think it's really, really incredible that they took a picture of each other as Jesse and James, and that's essentially what they are, because it works. It's exactly the same for Zelina. Without Andrade there, she is just, what's the point?
Can they put Drake Maverick with them as Wobba Fett?
That would be pretty damn good.
I was gonna say Meowth, but I feel like Wobba Fett fits Drake Maverick better.
Yeah. Oh, Wobba Fett is pretty much
He's Drake Maverick.
Would that make like Aleister Black coughing or No, I'm not doing it.
No, Charlotte would clearly be Arbuck, so yeah, Aleister Black would be wheezing.
This is an okay match. It's pretty fast forward, but it gets stopped when they're jumped by the Lucha House Party.
Yeah, because Mexicans are untrustworthy.
I'm gonna nip that in the butt there, buddy boy.
That was a joke I said to everyone else before it sounds. I know that sounds quite correct, but that is a joke. I am joking, because Andrade was trustworthy in this segment. Correction: all Mexicans in masks are untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm. No, I say that the Lucha House Party jumped Andrade because they're upset with his treatment for people with masks in the past 6 months. But then that doesn't explain why they jumped Seth.
I'm trying to think of.
Premise.
There's got to be some sort of reason why. I don't know. Seth. Seth's not a fan of a house party. He prefers a mosh pit, so they would that infringes on their intellectual rights.
Yes. But yeah, just a very odd choice for because they're not even on the card, no.
No. Oh, I've just realised why. Go on. Seth's not good at lucha things.
He is?
No, but not compared to them. they're upset about it. So,
but then Andrade?
Or maybe Kalisto's upset because I'm trying to think of reasons here. I'm clutching at straws. I'm going to stick with the house party thing.
It's fine. We got a big juicy point coming up. We need our serious hats on here. Kevin Owens and Scotland's biggest jobber do have a banger, to be fair.
It was a great match. I was surprised McIver was on the show according to your description. So,
no. McIver wins more than Drew McIntyre, to be fair.
Yeah. You know you're just going to get an angry tweet later on from him.
It's okay. Like what? Do you like McIver? Do you want me to disparage you and say that you win less than Drew McIntyre?
He probably would be.
Sure that's true.
He'd be okay with that, I would imagine. Anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's not true. I'm stating facts here. So where were we? Yes. So they're having a banger and they get interrupted by NXT and Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H cuts a promo, which reminds me so much of "You've Got a Good Point" thing that it actually made me chuckle.
Yeah, it was also funny that if you look at the people he brought, it's like, who am I going to bring to intimidate Kevin Owens? Is it I bring Damian Priest, if we're going to use his name in NXT? Yes, intimidating. Dominik Dijakovic? Yes, intimidating.
Damian Priest?
Sorry, whatever name you gave him this week, I can't remember what you keep calling him.
Keep calling him a Latinx dominatrix, but let's move on.
Yeah. And also, the Forgotten Sons were there to show him what could go wrong if you come back to NXT. So you could have done like these two or these two. It's really a crapshoot, Kevin.
That promo was banging. Triple H 100% had a point. And then NXT get jumped by, am I correct to say they get jumped by Raw first?
No, SmackDown. I want to say, yeah, because Heavy Machinery jumped them first, and I kept laughing at the fact that you had Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler in their street gear, which they should be in because it's a street fight. Meanwhile, you've got Otis from Heavy Machinery in a half SmackDown shirt and his gear, looking like the 2019 Blue Meanie.
To be honest, Otis Elizabeth strikes me as the kind of person that just lives in his gear.
Yeah, that's what I made my peace with. My peace was like, well, Heavy Machinery could just wear their gear at all times. So it was SmackDown. He jumped them in this segment. Yes, it was SmackDown. It was SmackDown firing first in both, I believe. Yeah, all three. Yeah. Yeah, so, and then the bit that annoys me, Kevin Owens gets jumped by the Undisputed Era. But there was a wrinkle to that, and this is the commentary's fault. One thing that I will fault the commentary for all night, because I think Samoa Joe was brilliant, and I feel like that Joe is basically, when he is ready, they'll transition him to a commentator, and I imagine he will be tremendous on one of the shows, ideally taking over from Lawler once eventually they tell Lawler to piss off, because I imagine it's a case of when, not if Lawler ends up going. I would be on board with a Vic, Dio and Joe trio, because I reckon that would be really, really good. They didn't mention the fact that in the ring during the massive brawl, Triple H was talking to Kevin and the Undisputed Era jump him, and Triple H is pissed off. He's like, what are you doing? I think you can faintly hear him going, we had him, like he was coming. And then Adam squares off with Triple H. You don't hear what they're saying, and then they bail when Raw turns up. So yeah, it's really dumb, because Kevin Owens has shown nothing but support for the Undisputed Era since they've joined the main roster. Yes. Have them be jumped by Keith Lee. Yeah, or you have him have the Forgotten. Yeah, have the Forgotten Sons fucking jump him. Like, they were there. They could have snuck round from the beatdown and jumped him, or have Pete Dunne, like, twat him from behind. At least there's then context with Pete Dunne having a problem with authority. See the UK Championship tournament.
Yeah, like, he's had nothing but support for them. It's ridiculous. I'm not even.
It was as silly as WWE not having British Strong Style attack someone last week when they were in Manchester. And going with Imperium, which was fine, but they should have had British Strong Style attack someone at least.
No, I feel like Imperium's fine considering they're the top guys in NXT UK.
They've used Pete Dunne twice in these brand things and not named him yet.
Because he's a bit part player at the moment, isn't he?
I think he's going to be on Team NXT. I tell you, also I think he's going to be on Team NXT, considering the promo that happened at the end. Triple H, he's going to be on Team NXT.
100% he's on Team NXT. He's still on Team NXT. Yeah. Let's talk about the end. The show ends in a big schmoz when Team SmackDown interrupts a main event which was built to be interrupted as the Viking Raiders went one-on-one with Randy Orton and a partner of his choice. So Randy Orton chose Ricochet.
Yeah, which was it was acceptable, because it seems like post Survivor Series they're doing this Randy Orton Ricochet feud, mainly because Ricochet probably has about 14 different counters to the RKO that no one's ever seen before. So
also, do you kind of not want to see an attempted 630 into an RKO?
Double moonsault into an RKO. That's what we want to see. the spot that retires Ricochet. I don't want it to happen, but it would retire Ricochet. So you'd be like, I've peaked. There is nothing else I can do. I did love SmackDown doing the run-in to that shitty AC/DC theme they've got from Friday night.
Yes. Like, how terrible. Like, that was the moment where it hit me how bad this theme is.
Yeah, it's a run-in to, are you ready for a good time? It's like, fuck me, sideways.
This podcast, and indeed all TWM podcasts, are brought to you by SquaredCircleBox.com, the only place for your monthly wrestling box needs. With things from superstars from WWE, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, British Wrestling, Independent Wrestling, and loads more, it is the only place that matters if you want to get the best wrestling swag for a low, low price. That low, low price is just £25, people. What a bargain! And you can get snapbacks, t-shirts, magazines, DVDs, trinkets, whatchamacallit, doodads, you name it, they have it each and every month. And just because you listen to TWM, you sexy, sexy people, you get 10% off your first order. All you got to do is use the code TWM News in the checkout. Just use the code TWM News in the checkout for 10% off your first order at SquaredCircleBox.com.
Spread. I said, why not spread the gospel of the TWM squad with some of our lovely merch over at Teespring? We have t-shirts for all shapes and sizes, hoodies, sweatshirts, mugs, stickers, and loads more. Also, just for listening to this podcast, you can get 10% off your order. I said using the code podcast. That's podcast. Once again, podcast in the checkout for 10% off at teespring.com/stores/TWM-wrestling-merch. That's right. Praise. Testify.
Let's move on.
Can I mention one little thing before we move on? Because I forgot to mention it earlier. We're talking about Rollins. Right. Rollins compared himself to Tom Brady. Yes.
And is the biggest heel in the company.
Yes. Yes, you are.
You did that to get a pop in the only place you could get a pop for comparing yourself to Tom Brady.
Yeah, like, honestly, if you did that in 49 out of the other 50 states, they would have literally pelted the ring with garbage and he wouldn't even have been in the ring. Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady. And I say this as Matty Della, Seahawks fan. Fuck Tom Brady.
Let's put the pedal to the metal. Do you want to guess what this segment is about?
You know what? Honestly, I'm so blinded by rage about Tom Brady, I've completely forgotten where we are. So, pedal to the metal.
It's a new segment, so we're talking about something other than the invasion.
It is about Lana's basic lack of understanding of distance.
Oh, this is about your boy. If you just disrespect one member of the OC, you disrespect all of them. Unlike here, where if you're disrespected, you're mocked until the end of time for it. See Smack Talk for details.
Bottom line is, don't be a flat earther.
Yeah. AJ putting Carl up against Humberto because he felt disrespectful is good heel work. Interfering so he goes to the back of the line for the US title running is great heel work, isn't it?
Yeah. The Street Profits outsmarting the OC again is nice. But of course, it seems like they've went a bit cold on the Street Profits in the last few weeks. I'm hoping that there's some sort of
brand supremacy.
Yeah.
They're the biggest grey area team I think I've ever seen.
What, Street Profits?
Yeah, like the OC, when they established themselves as the main Raw force that was going to stand against like NXT, beat a team of the Street Profits and Humberto. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense because they just came from NXT. They beat people that they see as double agents. But yeah. I think they've been put on the back burner. I could see them being tag champs by maybe as early as the Rumble, but maybe they were.
I could see them winning out the Rumble pre-show.
Yep. So the most charismatic team in sports entertainment come out and even the odds for Humberto and even cheat to help him win.
I did like that finish. It's a nice little finish of the subversion of the cheating. Yeah, that was quite good.
It was really good. And you know what? I even put Humberto over because sure, the Street Profits cheated to put him in the position, but Carl Anderson still didn't kick out off the pin.
No, he didn't. And also, the Humberto was in pretty much complete control for the whole match, apart from that lovely spine buster out of the springboard.
Oh well,
from Carl. And I know you're a mark for good spine busters as well. So
yeah, Carl is an Anderson. So
he's the only Anderson WWE are willing to talk about.
Oh dear. He's got a US title match next week, and Rey Mysterio even put Humberto over. It's a great night for Humberto career, right?
Yeah, I think he's going to win next week, and I'm going to die inside.
Yeah, it's an absolutely terrible week for Matthew Ian Della. I wrote these notes when you weren't on the podcast. I did discover. Do you want to know why the title of this was Pedal to the Metal?
Were they on Ride Along after this?
Dale Gas means step on the gas. And I also discovered that Humberto's theme isn't even the best song called Dale Gas. So
I'm not going to lie, I've not said this since he debuted on 205 Live. All I can hear when his song comes out is the popular British brand of canned gas, Calagas.
Oh wow.
So all I hear is Calagas, and genuinely I can't hear anything else now. So I'm hoping down the line we do get an advert in the UK with Humberto Carrillo moonsaulting holding 2 gas canisters. Hopefully they're loaded and he goes up in flames. But
it gives a whole new meaning to Gasolina.
I would like you if you came out to Gasolina, to be honest. I remember when we went out
about head in this WWE.
I remember when they played that for Dan's birthday and everyone lost their mind. It was a great time to be alive.
Yep. Okay. This next segment is called The Wrong Gay Guy.
Oh, poor Lana. She would walk 500 days and she would walk 500 yards more. I was going to go for Vanessa Cole and end up accidentally walking into Proclaimers.
Like the only note I have from the first bullet point, the only note I have is OMG that Lana promo.
Can I just say this? Because I feel like this was awful. That's the surprise of no one. This was awful. The whole thing has been awful. Rusev is better for the fact that he wasn't on TV during this heinous act. This hate speech. I think this can be classed as hate speech. However, I will give credit where credit is due that Lana did her utmost to try and style out of it.
And credit to Bobby Lashley for reminding her that she made a mistake.
Yeah.
So flustered that she made several others in her attempt to like cover a mistake, and then badly acted.
Yeah.
Not into Bobby Lashley at all.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the thing of why this might be okay in the end, because you know the whole thing in Friends where Joey says to Chandler, if there is no heat on stage or the heat is off stage, if there's no heat on stage then it's fine off stage. Lana is such a bad actress that I'm pretty sure that she's fully in love with Rusev because there is no heat between her and Bobby. They might as well be both just made of wood, just banging against. They might as well just be an action man and a Barbie just being slapped against each other by a 6-year-old. It's
60-year-olds.
It's just
70-year-olds?
I said 6-year-old. What 70-year-olds are playing with action figures that aren't in a basement somewhere or on a register? Oh, damn it, pal! Just whacking classy Freddie Blassie and Sonny together. Oh
my goodness. Anyway,
can we not just make that noise? That sounds really bad on the podcast.
This noise.
Anyway. Joe is showing everyone his favourite pose.
Right. We get a rare yet welcome No Way Jose sighting, but Lashley wins in no time at all with the Master Lock.
Positive. No Way Jose has got rid of his fucking dreadlocks.
Negative. Is there anything original about Bobby Lashley at all?
He even couldn't be asked to do his proper taunt. Normally he goes to the thing and does the whole big point to the crowd. He stood there and then went, oh yeah, I need to pose, and then pointed afterwards.
Like he posed like, this isn't my favourite pose.
Lana does that now. Actually no, in case of what happened last week on Raw, definitely Bobby Lashley does his favourite pose.
Oh my god.
Listen back to last week's podcast to see if that makes sense, because we're not going to 10 minutes worth of that again.
Lashley.
Oh, and then Lio Rush returns and becomes probably one of the best parts of NXT in the last 6 months.
He indeed came to collect. In other news, all of those Aleister Black promos that we speculated about last week were about Buddy Murphy.
Apparently, I love this purely the fact that I was hoping there was going to be no context and we were just going to have Aleister Black banging on doors asking who knocked on his door. He came out like, hello! And generally, I was hoping he'd be a little bit sad, but he just stood there. But I want an Aleister Black Buddy Murphy match more than life itself, because that will Slappington there. So
Buddy Murphy beats Akira Tozawa because apparently this is still TS05 Live and he's still the Cruiserweight champion.
It was a good match, really good match. Love that match between them two.
It was good, but it's those two that you probably put on a good match with a Britain or a Great Khali.
This is true. Same. I was thinking about this while watching this match, and this shouldn't be the thing you think about. I was thinking about stuff to do in the future, and I generally, and you're hearing it here first, because I like to give spicy takes when I'm casually the co-analyst. There's some other Joe. It's Joe's Vic Joseph, which is weird to say out loud. In this, I think starting next year we will do a bold predictions TWM talks, I feel. And my one I've already thought of. I've got a few in my head. My main one is we're getting the return of spring cleaning next year. I feel like post-Mania we're going to get about 20 to 25 people released.
Because there's more places to work than ever, to be fair.
Yeah, and I feel like they can't keep them there forever, because I'm pretty sure that will be not illegal per se, but morally illegal, and there's only a certain amount of moral illegality WWE can stand before they realise they're going to lose sponsors. So I feel like we're going to get a whole bunch of people released next year in one go, so we'll have to chain someone to a laptop around the mid-April to May period, because I feel like we're going to get a whole bunch of people released, including some guys we won't expect.
I'm gonna say my response to that is John Cena looking through a sheet of paper, going, "Are you sure about that?" And he said, "There's only so much moral, terrible things that WWE can do." That's
why I did the caveat until sponsors intervene.
Rowan still has a pet, still hates the Sings, is still squashing jobbers.
I reckon that Luke Harper's head's going to be in the box.
How fiendish of him.
I was thinking more 7, mainly because I just want R-Truth to play. Who are the two guys? Was Samuel Jackson in 7?
No, Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Morgan Freeman, that was the one. R-Truth can't play Morgan Freeman, but...
All right. The female team Raw for Survivor Series is Charlotte, Natalya, and the Kabuki Warriors. Matty, please remind me who the 5th member could be, because I've absolutely blanked.
Alicia Fox?
Is retired.
Not by choice. Mickey?
Cross?
No, Mickey James. Mickiejames.
She's still injured.
No, she was. I think she's back. Like, they announced the full team, didn't they, for Raw?
They?
I think so. Hold on. Let me check notes and stuff, because I'd like to keep not editing that sneeze out. I'm getting a bit of a cold, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. They announced Team Raw for the women's match. And, Jesus Christ. Okay, they got a random one out of here. Charlotte Flair, Natalya, the Kabuki Warriors, and...
Morgan.
Sarah Logan.
No way.
The main event warrior. Sarah Logan is getting a Survivor Series payday, or that women's match is going on the pre-show.
My goodness. I cannot believe that the purveyor of gay meat is here.
The woman that legitimately nearly... Who did she like? Oh, Dana Brooke, yeah. Maybe that's the reason they're doing it, because she nearly killed Dana Brooke on main event earlier this year.
And the SmackDown team does have flex appeal.
This is true. My favourite wrestler, Dana Brooke.
One of my actual girls, Dana Brooke.
I know. I wonder why. Is it for her wrestling ability, or the fact that she's a horrible troll on Twitter?
Yes.
I'm going to get you back for talking about that on SmackDown, by the way. You do know this. I'm telling you at the end. I'm telling you at the end of the podcast how I'm getting you back, but I'm getting you back for that.
Oh, I saw it as your forfeit for that one time, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, what goes around comes around, motherfucker. Go on, keep going.
Okay, the WWE title match is now... wait, hold on, before I do this. How incredible is it that this is the last point in any other news?
Yeah, any other news? The WWE Championship.
That title match is now no DQ, and Ray cuts another great promo at Brock's expense.
All you need to do is batter Ray's kids, and he like with him and Eddie and this. All you got to do is put his kids in mortal danger, and suddenly Rey Mysterio can talk.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He even did a really good job putting over Humberto, which I'm not sure was necessary, but it gave him a nice little rub.
I was distracted, one, by the fact that he was dressed like Vinnie Jones, because he was in a big hefty coat with like a Jesus piece and stuff, and then I was also distracted by his Louis Vuitton / whatever the fuck that material was for that mask. Like it was no, that's what it was. His Louis Vuitton / fiberglass mask that he was wearing.
Wow. Yeah, unnecessarily ornate for a single backstage segment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, don't flex, Ray. Come on, you're the greatest cruiserweight of all time. You have no need to flex, sir.
Yeah, I'm bottom line, this is a great promo, but I'm surprised that Ray is still mad, considering Dominic has recovered enough to make his Raw debut last week.
Yeah, I know. I really, like, part of me really wants at some point them to do twin magic between Dominic and Volta.
It'd be incredible.
The Volta twins.
Oh. The Volta twin.
You can look, but you can't touch, because the mat is sacred.
Just a mariachi version of the New World Symphony, please.
I guarantee that's on YouTube somewhere.
There's a BBC show that's using the New World Symphony to advertise. To advertise, it's on the trailer. It's so distracting. So distracting.
This show is sacred.
I'm just literally. The amazing thing is it's set in Vienna as well. Like,
is it a documentary on the rise of Volta?
No, it's set in like the 1920s.
Is it a documentary set on the rise of Volta?
It's a detective show.
Is it? Tell me you wouldn't watch a show where Volta was a detective and his ways of getting information was chopping people.
Only if Marcel Bartel is like his what's the name of Morse's sidekick?
I don't know, but I know what you mean. All I want to hear is him going, "Do you know where the microfiche is?" No. Tell me where the microfiche is. No. And every week the villain is David Starr, and he loses and gets arrested every week.
Oh, David Starr's his notoriety.
Yeah, so he just jobs out every week. Oh
no, because he needs to keep coming back. Right. So, Matthew, we've gone on a lot of tangents this week. Is there any other business to do with TWM wrestling? Anything? Any other business?
You know, I said I was going to get you back for the Dana Brooke thing.
Yeah.
And you know, earlier today, I'm going behind the curtain. You know, I asked you if you're free Saturday night.
I might not be, but yeah.
Well, I would be if I were you, because you know you got that belt.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people ask me for shots.
Yeah, I know.
So I was going through who I was going to pick. I just went fuck it. I'm just going to fuck it. All of them.
You're going to pick all of them. Okay, that's fine. I'll have to vacate if you want.
But this is how it's going to go down.
What?
So,
oh dear.
Keep this in mind. I'm going to tell everyone. I'm seeing Frozen on Saturday night, Frozen 2, because I'm very excited to see it. To see it with my other half. And then I'm coming back. 9 p.m. Twitch.tv. We will put the link up because I imagine it's going to change because I need to change it to the new link. I think it's on the old stuff and not been used since I changed to the new stuff. We'll put the link up. And I am going to invite anyone from TWM to turn up and give their predictions for TakeOver and Survivor Series. And then what will happen is, whatever amount of people have, the lowest bottom, I'm going to say 4, after TakeOver, out. They're out of the running.
Okay.
And then, whoever survives will move on to Survivor Series. And, of course, the last person standing, the sole survivor, if you will be the TWM Pro Nations champion, whether you're there or not, Joe.
That's fine. I feel like this belt is a millstone around my neck. I had an idea for the Rumble, but because, to be honest, Survivor Series is the redheaded stepchild of big pay-per-views. But
someone read James Conclausey's article earlier on today.
Yeah, well, I edited it.
This is true. Go check that out, by the way. I do love that our Tuesdays have become basically the Raw debrief. You can hear the podcast, done by Joe and usually Tom, but I'm here today. You can go read James's brilliant reviews of Raw, and SmackDown on Saturday, but we'll talk about Raw primarily. And then you read Red vs. Blue, the kind of the comparison of the two previous shows from Benjamin. So, yeah, it's fun. And we're going to do that on Twitch. Hopefully, we'll give you more details throughout the week. And also, there's going to be some fun stuff coming up in Christmas. Keep an eye on social media because I'm pretty sure I can classify what we're going to do in regards of giving thanks to the fans of TWM in December can be classified as goddamn ridiculous.
Not wrong, guys. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
This one I know about. This one is not a surprise. He's wrong on me. I know about it. It's going to be sick. Any other business, to be honest, I've just blanked. I'm just thinking of Pokemon already. Can't wait till this is over. Matthew, social media.
At MattAID, #FreeACH.
I'm going to put over the utterly blanked on At Rawson. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, so it's Trish's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Trish.
I'm giving a shout out to hashtag #FreeACH because I actually want that to be a thing. Myron Reed did it on MLW this week, so
Where's Byron? Guys.
hashtag Where's Dio?
Oh yeah.
As well.
Dio is Dio tweeted out he took a clip from the new Mortal Kombat character reveal and took one of the fatalities and captioned it. She calls it the rear view because it is the rear view.
Nice, I love it. Also, him
still alive. Byron hasn't tweeted since like last October or something.
Him, Tegan, and Tyler Breeze playing Untitled Goose Game on up, down, down, spin off, left, right, because Tyler won the channel for a month. It's genuinely one of the funniest things I've seen on YouTube this year. Just watch them be utterly besotted with one of the best games that came out this year. Don't at me. Untitled Goose Game.
Right, everybody. This has been a really, really hijacked Raw Talk. I'll probably see you guys next. Well, no, you won't see me next week because without my title, I am